Welcome back to Juicy News, baby dolls. There's a war. Look, man, we've been through this how many times, baby dolls? You see, I have to take off my state-of-the-art panda bear disguise and now put on the bull hat because they keep running the same thing in the simulation. You're gonna have to change it up, riders. We've seen this again, bro. How many times? Oh, one Middle Eastern guy wants to bomb the other Middle Eastern guy. There's a war and there's a lot of news going on, and Fox News and everyone else is going, bombs, bombs, bombs. Over and over again, Habibi Albi. War is inflationary. How do you think they pay for the bombs? They print it. How do you think they pay for the tanks? They print it. How do you think they get more funding to the military to go send out more troops? They go and write more checks. Where do they get the checks from? They print it. Do you get it? And if the war escalates and the oil goes up too much, guess what they have to do? Print even more. There's only one response, and the market figures it out every single time. But of course, there's a knee jerk because people are always worried. Because I know, man, friends, we literally have the stats from Coinbase. The average crypto participant holds onto their Bitcoin or Ethereum for about 28 days. And they trade in and out. You see, the average person is only holding stuff for literally about 28 days. It's actually less than that. It's actually like 23 days. And that's Bitcoin and Ethereum. What are they doing with everything else? Now, I'm going to give you some sexy, juicy updates. What we're going to do, friends, we're going to actually let's play some nice, juicy. If you want to be the best, well, you have to step into the ring and you have to look at this weekly red candle and go, you know what? Go truck yourself. I'm not getting out, what? A couple of bombs again? You just tried it before. See, man, this is going to keep happening, by the way, in your career. I know the intensity of the news, it's way more than the price action, okay? There's always, because there's insiders buying, because they know. The market sniffs out stuff like this pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is just show you all the key stuff, friends. We have Bitcoin dominance still hovering around here, okay? Here is SpongeBob SquarePants with the big farty poopy because everyone's waiting for like some big catalyst to turn things around. But in the background, what we're seeing is things are turning around. Everyone wants that final push. We have started October with a downtober, which is funny enough, friends. Here's a red candle of October. Of course, the median of the whole quarter is plus 55%. And look, man, the week's not over as well. So this is the Bitcoin 4-hour chart. I mean, like, check this out, man. We've been still going here 216 days with what seems like forever. But hey, man, it's October. Well, let's see how October finishes. Now, I want to show you this, okay? Friends, we're going to have some fun here. So shout out to Crypto Banter, Randy Boo. Randy Boo gave your friend Sommi a very special mention on the show. I'm going to show you the clip. Today's title of his video, "This is the end of Ethereum." It's like the fourth one they've made this, friends. It's just, you'll see. Friends, there are two skills. There is the telling people what they want to hear skill, which is dressing up what's already happening. That's journalist reporting on the ground. Okay, that's happening today. People use different words. They use red thumbnails. See, there's red text here. This is your last chance. This is the end. Writing the end. All these, the vernacular, the language, describing all these, writing long posts about why this thing is bad. Okay, that's one skill. Okay, another skill is actually trying to invest based off the next 12, 24, 36, 48 months. That's a completely another skill, okay? When you're trying to invest for the future, you're buying low and selling high, you're basically looking at the market today and saying, you are wrong based off where I think we're going to be in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You're wrong, okay? So by definition, whatever the people want to hear today is wrong. It's always about what's going to be happening in a year or two. Now, obviously, everyone's trying to guess where it's going to go, because when things go down, this is why people get things wrong all the time, friends, because people are seeing things go down and they go, well, you're going to keep going down. All right. But what they don't see is, they're all part of the mid curve of the bill. Okay. They're in the middle. They look around and their eyes are still closed. Okay, how do you do that? How do you go look around and write all this stuff and your eyes are still closed? You don't notice that there's like 19 other analysts who are saying the same thing. There are like hundreds of thousands of people who are agreeing with you. It means it's priced in, you see? But people don't think like that. That's why Warren Buffett, friends, says literally 99% of people have absolutely no business touching markets. They should literally just go be productive for the economy, buy the S&P 500. You'll be long the top 500 companies in the world. Come back when you retire, okay? Because this is another different skill. Okay, so now what we're trying to do is invest for the future. Now, not just being long ETH, but being long EVM products as well. You're being long crypto when it comes to that. So I've given you like a 3D view. This is what happens every single day, friends. Every single day. There are extreme points, okay? Because these moves, you don't just go, you don't get to ask everybody every single day, hey, what do you think? And then do the opposite. No. When it gets really, really, really freaking loud, when it gets really loud and obvious and it happens for such a long time, okay, the slingshot gets even more powerful. You just don't know when the slingshot is going to turn around. See, we thought, friends, of course, yeah, the slingshot could have turned around for ETH BTC. It could have turned around here. It didn't, but it went further again. That's why you don't do leverage on the thing. That's why you don't invest something. Oh, I'm going to need money in the next 60 days. Let me put it in now. No. You don't do that. You say, you know what? You can keep going down. I don't care. I'm investing for the next 12, 24, 36, 48 months. Okay, friends? You know who says that? Jeffrey Gunlock. All these friends, the greatest investors and swing traders and stuff, they're always not swing traders, swing investors. They're always telling you don't invest based off the world today. You invest based off 12, 24 months. That's what you're doing. So that's why when you see something like this, you're seeing like, friends, they're like a Russell 2000. Okay, this is a daily chart. It's like just hanging around here. People selling. I'm going to ask you, like, why are you selling? You're scared of that. You want more confirmation and stuff. Well, what if this candle just wicks back up, man? What if by the end of the week this wicks back up and now you're above here? This is like the 6th false signal. So, it's going to be the 7th. That'd be funny. 6 times and then 7 going down. But that's why you give yourself time. Things eventually figure themselves out. They do. I know you sound stupid, friends. Bulls sound stupid. Bulls literally sound retarded. They do. Bears always sound smart. There's a war. It's going to escalate. And oil and Bibi. What is he going to do? And the Ayatollah. Blah, 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 blah. It's the same thing every single time, bro. The bags will pump. You just got to give it time. There's also no reason for concern. This is the others BTC ratio. It's still moving along, friends. You see that? It's starting to curl up. It's still moving along. We haven't flipped green on the weekly super trend, which means we haven't even started anything. It's basically like, hey, last chance, last chance. Everyone's going to think it's going to keep going lower. So we'll see. Now, I want to just show you this picture, friends. I mean, like, this is the first thing I thought of when I saw the picture of the missile. Look at this. Look on the left. This looks exactly like a PsyDuck. This is an actual real photo. This is a missile going into Israel. I can't believe it literally looks like a Pokemon. So, am I seeing stuff? See, I'm not seeing an Igon layer logo, right? I'm not seeing layer 0 or Molestia logo. I'm seeing a freaking Pokemon. Think about the memes. Think about why you're here. And if the world doesn't go to shit, okay, it always looks like it's going to poop and then things turn around, friends. Always. Like, just, you're gonna learn the hard way. Hopefully the easy way. Markets just keep going up, dude. Everything's inflationary. There's only one button. It's the print on button, okay? That's why I have it here. Iran strikes Israel with missiles. What happens next? War is always inflationary and calls for money printing. Escalation of war brings about fear, but the markets sniff out the response quite early. This picture, right? You have PsyDuck going mad here. So, I mean, you've seen it time and time again. Russia invades and Ukraine, all these, man, it gets sniffed out. Now, I want to show you this special shout out to Crypto Banter, Randy Boo, for this mention of your friend Sommi here. You're actually going to have fun, friends. Listen to this.
You get your friend Sommi. He says he puts you, I mean, this guy is like probably one of the most jealous guys I've ever seen. He's so quick to comment every time I do something. Meanwhile, this guy's holding pulse, bro. How's your investment going, bro? How's your PLS going, bro? Comments about my investments. Anyway, we won't comment about him. Let's carry on. So the idea is, look, it's like ETH needs a killer.
So you got to remember, like, is this comedy gold? On the screenshot, if you read his post here, right? I am in an abusive relationship and have been for over 2 years. The last thing, wish me luck. I'm selling my last Ethereum today. So this is, friends, you want alpha? This is alpha. I got coins everywhere. I got coins on different chains. I got leverage on Sol. He doesn't care about it. I got heaps of stuff. He doesn't care about it. No one cares. They only care about PulseChain, HEX, Richard Hart stuff. They only care. It's the only thing that hits them. It's the only thing, friends. They don't care about a Molestia or an Igon layer. They don't care about Polkadot, Matic, Binance, Arbitrum. Doesn't give a shit. There's only one thing that freaking gets in their head. It's the Richard Hart stuff, okay? Now, you can sit there and say, well, you don't like Richard Hart. Okay, don't like him. All right, you still don't like him, whatever. You don't like PulseChain, whatever. I'm just telling you, this is insane edge. It's your anecdotal evidence, okay? Friends, if this works out, by the way, it's working out right now. I'll show you. If this works out, what are you going to tell people in the future? You know what you're going to tell people? You're going to say, well, it just, everybody kept talking about it. They just love to hate it. And you go off network effects. It must mean something there was brewing. Now, do you know what? This is the funniest part. Miller said, how's your investments doing, bro? See, I'm not here to, I don't care about this competition, stuff like that, okay? But that's for kids, okay? Because I can, I can just take any screenshot and any time frame, and you can manipulate and frame anything. Case in point. Soylana, for the past 3 months, is down 5% against Ethereum. Okay? Pulse, plus 68%. See that? Literally, it's actually up more if you start it from like even further. Plus 68%. What's plus 68? Minus 5. The market has chosen. I can start doing it. The market has chosen. You're getting the point now, okay? Also, shout out to HexJamHex. This is funny, friends. Look at this. This is gold. The soy. Do you want to know what's more funny? Ran says, he keeps commenting on my posts. I don't. Whenever he does anti-Ethereum or PulseChain thing randomly, okay, if I do it, because I'm talking ETH or Pulse or HEX, the engagement is through the roof. It sends me to the top, friends. So all he remembers is these freaking 4 hearts of friendship and justice talking about Pulse, bro, Pulse, Richard Hart, he's this guy, over and over and over again. It's like once every 2 months, once every month. But I'm telling you, it hits. It's brewing. Now, we don't even need to win anyone else's support. I mean, think of this, like like I said, it's going up without you. All right, it's going up without you. Look, I've even written it here for you. All right. Friends, you know if Pulse, okay, Pulse versus ETH ratio, if that does a 4x from here, you are still around 2021 prices. Okay, so you can literally, we can literally PulseChain, friends. I'm going to show you the chart. So if Ethereum stays still here, this is how cheap you are, okay? PLS can literally run up all the way up here to 2x day one sack. So your whole portfolio, PulseChain and everything else, it can go up 4x. You are still mega cheap. Mega cheap. And you've made 4x. Don't you like that? Don't you like that? You're like, oh, wow, look how much room we have to go. If Soylana does a 4x versus Ethereum, it flips Ethereum. I'm not even joking. It literally flips Ethereum. So if you go and check out their ratios that they're looking at, which is it right here, friends. This is what they're all bull posting about, okay? So you know what the most bullish people's cases are for this to do a 2x up here. So if this goes and does, here you go, this is it, you flip ETH. Now, you know what? It could flip ETH. It could. Of course it could. I just don't want to take all my portfolio risk to bet on that outcome. That's all. After something has ran up for 12 months. Okay, 400 days. So I'm not saying it goes down, but you have capital allocation and you can't go back in time. So you're not going to find a world where, so I promise you this, okay, if Soul Friends does a 2x from here, up here, in this world, it'll be very rare to see everything else down, okay? I doubt it, because you've already had your 2024 season. You had your unicorn time. So you're getting a 2x on ETH in one, but you might be missing a literal 10x in another place. Now, here's the thing. There are big VCs and these funds fans. Of course, they can't even get into PulseChain. They can't. Maybe by the policy they can't, or they have token unlocks, or there's other people with like, they got $10 million clips. They can't be bothered touching anything on PulseChain or anything else. So they're just going to hold the 2x as well. But who cares who they are? I care about you. Do you have an $8 million clip where you're going to enjoy a 2x? No, you don't. More likely you got like an $8,000 clip, okay, and getting a 2x on ETH is going to be considered a colossal failure. Okay, so I'm speaking to what people really need. Okay, not an audience where everyone's just like in this exit liquidity mentality. I also, friends, like if you go back, I mean, I found it fascinating. Like you've made a thumbnail. This is the end of Ethereum, Randy Boo, bro. You've been in crypto since like 2015. Ran. You have shown thumbnails and pictures of Peter Schiff. You've literally done the pictures of where Peter Schiff says, this is the end, it's going lower. Like you've done this, I don't know how many times, 5+ times, so many times. And now here I am just saying, dude, you're literally saying this is the end of Ethereum and you're selling all your ETH. After, by the way, just to let you know, this is the longest downtrend of Ethereum in its history. 392 days on the weekly super trend. Longest in history. So you're selling something after it's gone down the longest in history. Friends, I'm not biased against Soylana. I couldn't give a shit, okay? Everything is just networks to me, okay? It's the same thing like being long Bitcoin after it's had the longest Bitcoin dominance run in history. It's ran up for 623 days. This is like you knowing the stock market, okay? Its average run is between average is between like a 5 to 7 years and then a minus 20% crash, okay? The stock market ran up for like, whatever it was, like 11 or 12 years before a 20% drop. Something ridiculous. Zombie vibe, 2008 to 2020. It's like you're in year 12, year 11, year 10, and you're turbo long S&P 500 leverage with 5x, and you can't afford the minus 20% drop. But you're like, oh, well, it's been running up the most amount of time. You're turbo long up here. Like, it's literally this equivalent. I'll actually show it to you on the chart right now. Okay, so it's like, you're like, well, like where is zombie virus? You can go all the way back down. Here's zombie virus. See here, friends, you're like, oh, well, it's okay for me to turbo long leverage. Don't worry, we've been going up for 12 years. Wipe out every single person. You see? But friends, this is humans and investing. This is the fallacy. This is why 99% we're crowd joiners. We're crowd followers. Okay? But markets make it a bit more tough because they're moving targets. Because you always have to be aware, if you're switching a move, you got to be aware what everyone else, what the weekends are doing. Okay, case in point, friends. Do you remember? I was very, very early to start thinking of a left translated cycle for Bitcoin, which I'll show you right now. I was very early to start thinking of that. But then I made a post in April, right here, us thinking of a left translated cycle. Then in April, friends, I made a post, right? And I said, oh, crap, it's actually market consensus. Everyone expects a freaking left translated cycle. I go, so I guess now that everyone's priced in the left translated cycle, we probably have a standard 4-year or even a right translated one. And look what ends up happening after that. We end up having this all the way, like another 6, 7, 8, 9 months of painful sideways. So I'm just giving you these examples. I don't trade off that, but I'm just telling you, now you see how this game works, right? So after all that, friends, where to from here? Well, I mean, like, look, we have US jobs data on Friday, which is key. And, they're expecting 4.2% unemployment rate. So that's what from the surveys are showing. And I'm going to show you that data again. Remember, it's this Friday, friends. Most important data. USC expected 4.2 and 144K jobs. So that's where, as each data point comes out, there's all these big trillions of dollars of money moving around. They price these things with each data point. They do stuff like, okay, if there's 2 bad misses in a row, what's the odds of the 3rd and 4th one in a row? And they use that unemployment rate data to forecast their GDP and stuff like that. So all these numbers come off like non-farm payrolls. They forecast GDP, they forecast a lot of these things out here. Okay, so that's going to be critical. And then you'll see the US Fed, the odds of them changing the rates move around. And that's just going to obviously create more volatility and the market will sniff stuff out. But in a nutshell, you always come to the same conclusion, which is that everything is pretty much already priced in. Priced in. I know it's kind of crazy. Just like one data point, you think it's the biggest thing, and then kind of like shifts it around. Market moves out of its care factor for that, moves on to something else. Shout out to BrandonB for this poll. Buy the dip opportunity. Look at this. I was actually shocked. I thought, oh, everyone's gonna put buy the dip, right? Look what they said. More red incoming, higher on. Like I was expecting 90% of people to say buy the dip, and then I was like, wow. Like we were bullish 10 hours ago. And now it's over. My gosh. I want to ask you something, man. When you and I, friends, when I show you crypto's growth rate, crypto going to, this is total crypto market cap, going to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trillion. You know, network effects, Metcalfe's law, decentralization, meme coins, altcoins, VCs, you throw all that on together. Where is your variable in there for maybe a war breaks out in the Middle East? It's not there. So this has nothing to do with it, okay? But, you know, I understand. It's fear and it's contagious, but this is what actually creates the opportunities. I made a post here as well just to remind everyone. This is the weekly 21 EMA, okay? So I mentioned it before. That 21 EMA, remember friends, it did, this is the funniest thing ever, right? It did fake out, fake out, fake out, fake out, fake out. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're on 6, and now it might, you never know, it's not closed yet. But if it closes on, that'll be 7 freaking times of fake outs. That'd be hilarious if it happens. But hey, I guess we'll wait for the week to close and things sort out. The odds, you know what? I remind myself. Remember when there was a fake World War III FUD around back here? I put the odds of it like the market cycle being over only like 5%. 5%. Now we have this one. And when we're Japan Pokemon Island, probably like Japan Pokemon Island is going to be the thing that stops our crypto cycle. I don't know, man. That's why it went up to 10. This one's probably like 15%-ish. You see that 15? See the odds because you're going in time, the cycle being over. It's like it's cranking it up 5%. But I promise you this, okay? If we get that 100K, friends, if we get this 100K mark and we come up here, there will be a news that comes back down and most likely gets us to retest this point. All right, and everyone is gonna say it's freaking over, and I might say, you know what, man? I think it's only like a 25% chance it's over by that point. Remember, I made a video here talking to you about Jeet Stack. I've got more videos on coming out, friends. So if this scenario happens, by the way, okay, if you have a Jeet Stack, I don't have a Jeet Stack, but I'm just telling you, if you're gonna need money, add something in now, and then you sell that if you make like 6, 7, 8, 9x, or whatever your Jeet Stack separate wallet portfolio is when Bitcoin's 100K. Around there, you're just taking profit from that. And you cash yourself out from there just to buy you time. So all I'm doing is I'm helping prepare you for what's coming out ahead. I mean, like some other channels, I don't know if they're going to throw you something like that where I'm like, you know, friend, that's why like I'm useless to them. Like we have an audience, okay? We're worth a lot, but I refuse to tell you to go do leverage. I refuse to tell you, oh, go sign up to Bybit, go sign up to this, go do that. I refuse to do that. No, because I know the odds. I literally know the odds. You know what's in my mind, friends, when I say that leverage trading thing, okay? Or the leverage trading, literally when I'm not joking, okay? You know when your hand touches a stove, it gets hot, and you know not to touch it? Okay, when I hear leverage trading, Binance, Bybit, all I see is just literally cattle on the conveyor belt going into a butcher's house, okay, and they just disappear, okay? And then there's that big turbine, and it just like everything just gets chopped up. It's literally cattle to the slaughterhouse. And, okay, one of the cattle, basically, he does a backflip and runs out. 1 out of 100. And that's the odds, okay? Everyone else, you lose money, man. That's the odds. You have less. That's the odds. In 12 months from opening your account, 99% of people have less money than what they started, okay? So how can you send people to that? I don't know, man. I guess getting paid, right? But look, I mean, think, bro. Just think. We got the end of Ethereum. It's still cranking out here. Doesn't mean that ETH BTC can't go lower. I'm just... Look, friends, if we just go back to me, All right, yelling here. Now, these are weekly charts, okay, friends? I was freaking bullish here. Do you understand? I was bullish. I look like a complete freaking scammer retard this whole time telling you I want to be bullish. Friends, in fact, I was contrarian to Richard Hart here as we went lower, okay? See, friends, this is the thing. As Bitcoin's price, remember, it used to be 20K. Now it was 16. And I thought it was less risky at that time. You feel it's more risky, but it's actually less risky because you've been double bottoming for such a long time. And the lower your price goes, the cheaper you get. Okay, so there's a higher chance of a slingshot. But everybody was saying, no, we're getting closer to the target. All right, and then look, pop, look at the slingshot. Look at this. And friends, in literally 3 freaking weeks, Bitcoin was from, you're looking at $16,000, and now you're seeing it at $24,000. So maybe, man, that's what happens with Ethereum as well. Maybe everyone is thinking, oh, well, you know, ETH BTC going straight to zero. Maybe there's just this point where it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And suddenly you've missed out on the opportunity. Now, how do you take advantage of that? You get slingshot on Ethereum. You already know the drill. Okay, you get your altcoins. So, yes, you know what's up. And I even got to remind you here as well, the fruits of your labor will make the most sense in 6 to 12 months from now. That's why most people suck, man. I know, everyone's the instant gratification. We want it. Trust me, I want it too. When you're going to be, if you're going to be taking profit in a bull market, you want it to go down because your brain wants to feel good that it did the right thing. It wants to. Just like when you buy, you want it to go up tomorrow. Friends, you know how many times family, friends, or whatever buy, and then like within a week or two, there's like a plus 6% candle or something on whatever it is. And they're like, oh, sweet, it's working. And I'm like, yes. I hope it's the bottom. It's never the bottom. It's never the bottom. But you know that feeling. You get it too, right? You put it in. You want it to go up. Now, let's go through some juicy stuff. Okay, this whole episode's juicy. Your biggest mistake in crypto, I promise you, will be selling and cashing out early. That's probably going to be your biggest mistake, all right? Look at this Coinfessions Rekt. I've been in crypto since 2020. I bought my parents their first house and paid off most of their debt, but I still have $9,000 in debt and only $200 left in my wallet. I'm kind of jealous of my friends for having financially stable parents who can support them and who don't have to worry about any of these things. So only in crypto can someone literally pay off their parents' mortgage, make them debt free, and still complain like a little bitch. My gosh. Oh, gosh. I took profit, I dumped on everybody, and then I was able to pay off my house. Oh, no. Grow up, you little bitch, man. Are you serious? Now, I've actually, this person, they're not going to read it, friends, but these messages, they're for you. Okay, so I'm just telling you ahead of time, before the mania comes, what is one of the biggest regrets people make, okay? It's when they sell crypto and they have cash, they go and unfortunately they dunk it all to pay off this one thing because it's been irking them a long time. And unfortunately, a lot of it's to do with debt. And you know what? It gives you this instant gratification because the chain's off your neck now. However, I know this now from Coinfessions Rekt and just speaking to a lot of people over the years, they live long enough to regret that decision. Why? Because crypto will pump without them later on and they will be alive to witness it. All right? So I said here, you made a mistake. You should have bought yourself an investment house and used the weekly rent to help pay off your parents' mortgage. Now you have two assets. You see that? So friends, if you have debt, if you're going to pay off a mortgage or whatever, don't just throw that straight away. Okay? Don't just rush into that. You can get access to another asset. You can, if you want to get property, you don't have to go and touch crypto. Okay? Go and buy another investment house. Yes, look for a good one. Get decent yield, lease it out. Now you own an asset that you can borrow on and someone in there is paying you. Okay? You can do things, you have benefits. You can depreciate the house. Okay? You can get some tax write-offs. The government wants you to be turbo leveraged long on real estate. Okay? And then you can, that's why I said in here, he could have used the weekly rent from something else to just pay off his parents' mortgage. And then over time, the mortgage is getting lower. He's collecting money. And then I mentioned here, when crypto's low, after 2 years, you could borrow on your investment home and you can buy crypto, just Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you can hold it for 5 years. That's the Michael Saylor strategy. Okay, he just borrows on his stocks, but you can go borrow on your home. Let's say you have a $500,000 home. Maybe the bank will give you up to $300,000. Don't take $300,000. Maybe you just take a tiny $50K. Okay, you get to buy $50K of the next cycle low, whatever it is. Okay, maybe you get maybe you're gonna get like a 5x from the bottom ish on Bitcoin or Ethereum. That's good, right? And then that is in that next cycle. That's a deposit for another home. Okay, but what do? They just went and just threw it out to the parents' home straight away. I get it. I'm just preparing you ahead of time, just so someone's put this thing in your head. Okay, so now, unfortunately, see, this guy's complaining. Why? Look at this, look at this. Now you have to start from zero and wait for the next bear market to buy whilst missing the next big pump coming. You think, friends, you're in pain because you didn't take as much profit as you want to? It's going to kill this guy, okay? See, friends, when you see like a pot of gold very, very far away, you don't give a shit about it. Okay, this guy had the pot of gold like right in front of him. Okay, he could have grabbed it. It's like you bought SHIB and then you sold it too early. Okay, I know of people like that. I know. Maybe he's watching this video. Well, I know one guy, he bought, I think he put like $200 into SHIB and he sold it at $28,000. Okay, so he made like that's over 100x or something, right? Okay, but if he held it, it would have been 10.4 million. Okay, I'm not joking. To the top, it would have been 10.4 million. Okay, you didn't sell the top. You sold a fifth of the way to the top. Okay, you have $2 million. He doesn't have to work for the rest of his life now. So I know he thinks about that going to sleep at night, by the way. Thinking about, wow, I took out that 20K and then went and gambled on other shit coins and lost it pretty much. So it could have been like $2 million. He could like not be. See, when it's that far, that's why once these things start happening, you have to really think twice about what you're doing. Also, of course, we have negative Nancy JC. Once again, JC, it's always good. You got to be negative about everything, don't you, JC? I can't understand your point. You make it out like you can never buy back in. If you don't have an investment goal, you will never succeed. Did you miss the point where he mentioned he is $9,000 in debt? He blew all his money in one place. He could have bought another investment property. And then he could have paid off his parents and his own debt at the same time. So he could have bought another asset. It's funny, man. That's why this guy, he got lucky. He gambled. Okay, he gambled because he put money in. It goes up. He used it as a vehicle. He got out, but now he's reset. Even though he doesn't feel what? Now he's waiting for his parents to like knock on wood pass away to get their money. He screwed it up. He literally screwed it up. Now, that's why I'm telling you, your job here, your goal is to accumulate assets. That's what the richest, most wealthy, powerful people, that's what you're doing, okay? You're holding an asset that they can't print, and then you borrow on that, and your growth rate is higher than what your borrowing rate is. That's literally the Michael Saylor strategy. Now, he does it on turbo leverage. You shouldn't do that. But that's the basic game. That's not just him. That's what that's what richest, most powerful people do. Of course, I mean, you can't even make this up. I haven't even read JC. Look at JC's friends. This is comedy gold. JC's last message here. Holding is not a strategy. Have you learned nothing, bro? But he also continues. Holding to a certain price or time is a strategy. Well, clearly this guy is complaining that he bought his parents a house. So there is no strategy. Friends, what you've learned in this game, and I've got this move on to the next point. You know you're getting conned in crypto when you hear vague words and concepts from a trading influencer, a trading mindset influencer, okay? Almost like what JC just said, okay? When you hear vague words, okay? So I have these ones. Follow your plan and master psychology. And holding is not a strategy. You have to hold to a certain price or a certain time. All those words, friends, bunch of BS. Okay, bunch of BS. I've heard it all. I've seen it all. Been here for over a decade. Okay, I've literally seen all of it. Impractical. You want to know why? It's because this junk advice, it's only good for building clout for influencers. Okay? Why? I've written it here. Right here. Last sentence. 95% of people have a strategy that isn't profitable to begin with. That's what I actually came to realize. I go, oh, everyone. What, you know what the influencers tell you, friends? They'll go, everyone knows the plan. Why don't you follow the plan? People have problems following the plan. No, they don't. They have problems finding a positive EV plan. That's what they have. Okay, they have a problem finding a strategy that actually has edge. They don't have edge. Most people don't have edge. Okay, or if they have an edge, it is so razor thin. It's like 51% on the coin flip. Okay, so that's what I came to realize. Go, wow, no one actually has an edge. How do you get an edge? Okay, you got to work harder than everyone else. Okay, if everyone's working between 3 to 6 hours, okay, triple it, double it. You find an edge. Find. You don't know what you're looking for at the start, okay? You're literally digging through just junk, rubbish bags. You're finding a needle here. You prick yourself with the disease, and then you prick yourself with the, with the vaccine, and then you keep going, okay? That's what it comes down to. Most people don't have an edge, okay? Most people, they don't. Most people's edge is buy what's working. Follow the crowd. Do what's making money. That's what their edge is. Do what's making money. Do you know? I mean, I made an entire video on this. Do you know if you started doing what's making money in any of this period, okay, you literally missed out on the biggest part of the bull market. You missed out on the whole bull market. You understand that? Do you know what was making money here, friends? DeFi yield stuff. Yeah. Do you know what wasn't making money here, friends? What wasn't making money during this period, actually? Holding HEX, because it actually was going sideways for a year. Buying gaming coins, because there's no such thing as a gaming coin narrative. Buying and holding Doge that did nothing. Okay, I can go on and on and on and on. If you did a portfolio review in 2024, in 2020, which now in Bitcoin halving year 2024, you basically cucked yourself. Why? Because a portfolio review guy or girl or squirrel or pup, they will always conclude what the crowd of mid-curvers think, which is sell the stuff not moving, follow the people who made money this year. And what they're doing is selling lows to go buy highs. They're selling the stuff that no one's looking at, which is underpriced, to go buy the stuff that's priced in. Maybe that rings true with a bit of Soylana and Pulse friendship that we just saw from Crypto Banter. Maybe. I guess we'll see. I want to remind you as well. Look how fast, friends. 5 red monthly candles of HEX were erased in one freaking month. Look at this. Tune the jungle music. HEX Monthly. Look at that. See that? Friends, that HEX green monthly candle, look at this. Okay, it erased 5 months of going down. See that? 1 month. Boop. Why? You ran out of sellers. You don't know when you're going to run out of sellers. You don't know when. When you fully run out, bang. It just starts slingshotting. And then all those people, literally is a slingshot, like jump off trampoline. And then all those people, you actually realize they're all cucks. Most of them are cucks. Then you realize that person who was selling, a lot of them, they go, oh, wait a minute. I was selling because I thought it was going down. And they have to buy back in. Okay? Because you ask them, bro, you survived 2.5 years not needing the money. Why do you need the money right now? Whilst Bitcoin's at 65K. Okay? Clearly, like, you really sure you can't hold out for another 6 months? I'm trying to just, I'm here to educate you, friends. Remember, the force of good in this world and the universe, good decentralizes, okay? Good decentralizes power. You understand that? That's how we know Bitcoin's going to $1 million one day from Satoshi, okay? His spirit. Good, don't ever forget that. Good decentralizes. I am giving you power. I am empowering you, okay? So here I am sitting on a squeaky chair, very tall squeaky chair, with lots of orange juice cups around me, and I am dispersing the power out, okay? I'm spreading it out to here. We have an audience, thousands of people, okay? Maybe one day hundreds of thousands. I'm giving out power, okay? What does evil do? Literally the opposite of that. Evil holds power. Evil centralizes power, friends. Good decentralizes. Good decentralizes it, okay? Evil's always trying to concentrate. Evil is the cabal. Evil is restricting token access to the audience until a certain time so they can start talking about it after it's higher. You see that? That is more, I'm not saying they're evil people, I'm just saying that's an evil action. Evil is shilling you leverage trading links, whilst knowing 99% of people have a negative account in 12 months from when they start. Evil. What other word are you going to give it? Accident? You see, they're concentrating power. If you, friends, just imagine an influencer in the middle, okay? An influencer, and there's arrows going out, okay? So all of us, when you and I watch somebody, we're in the outskirts, okay? We're watching someone, okay? Is this person in the middle we're listening to, are they feeding friendship and energy source love hearts out? Are they feeding love hearts out, or are they extracting? Okay? Leverage trading stuff, what are they doing? Obviously extracting. You see? Me teaching you how to call out scams, teaching you how to be contrarian and find cheap prices. I'm literally making the job harder for myself, by the way. That's what I'm doing. I'm teaching thousands of people how to find stuff that's cheap. I'm literally educating thousands of people for free, literally for free, how to look for stuff, making my job harder. But because I have an abundance mindset, I know we're going to crush it. And also, I know the game as well, okay? There's 5% of us now. The other 95% are going to come when it's too late, and so begins the next cycle. And that's why, my friends, we're going to make it in this October. Oh, there's a dancing Pikachu! I love this stuff, friends. So, yes, there you go. You know, it's funny. You listen to all of these. When someone gives you a speech like that, I watch a lot of these, marketing guys or just like people giving out advice, all these other things. And then like after 30 minutes and they're like, oh, by the way, you can join my private Telegram. It's $500, but there's a lot of value. And trust me, it's really, really worth it. Okay, good on it for you hustling, friends. I've just, like, I've buttered you up and I've done all these things. I'm the worst salesman of all time because I've gotten everyone all motivated and G'd up. And I don't direct you to a coin or to a product. It's just like, oh, well, go live your life. You're a better human today because of our friendship. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or don't forget he loves you. Catch you soon.